Hi, everyone. Welcome back to English Fab, where learning English is practical, useful, and fab. Every day, there is a lot happening around the world. Let's learn vocabulary and phrases related to them together and talk about them in daily conversation. If you find English difficult, don't worry. You can translate the subtitles into English and your own language like this. Check the description below for extra details. All right, let's get started. Headlines. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Missile, a self-propelled weapon designed to deliver an explosive payload with high precision. Strike, a sudden attack, especially with weapons, usually in a military context. Civilians, individuals who are not part of the armed forces or law enforcement. Phrases. During an event indicates something occurring at the same time as a specific occasion. Result in something, to cause a specific outcome or effect. Over a number, more than a specified quantity or figure. 2. Vocabulary. Airstrike, a bombing or attack made by aircraft. Campaign, a coordinated series of actions aimed at achieving a particular goal, often military. Infrastructure, the basic physical and organizational structures and facilities needed for the operation of a society. Phrases. Continue to attack, to persist in launching offensive actions. Lead to destruction, to cause serious damage or ruin. Targeting locations, focusing on specific places for attack or action. 3. Vocabulary. Markets, systems or places where commercial dealings are conducted. Downturn, a decline in economic or business activity. Tariffs, taxes imposed on imports or exports by a government. Turmoil, a state of great confusion, disorder, or uncertainty. Phrases. Experience turmoil, to go through a period of instability or chaos. Following sanctions, occurring as a consequence of imposed restrictions. Fears of recession, anxiety about a widespread decline in economic activity. 4. Vocabulary. Commemorate, to honor the memory of someone or something through a ceremony or observance. Anniversary, the yearly return of the date of a past event. Closure, the act of shutting down or ceasing operations. Phrases. Observe a holiday, to officially recognize and celebrate a public holiday. Lead to shutdown, to cause institutions or services to stop functioning. Across the country, spanning the entire nation geographically. 5. Vocabulary. Heatwave, a prolonged period of excessively hot weather. Indices, numerical indicators or measures such as temperature levels. Advisory, a formal notice or warning about potential dangers or required actions. Phrases. Face extreme conditions, to deal with very harsh or severe environmental situations. Reach critical levels, to attain dangerous or significant measurement points. Prompt warnings, to trigger official alerts or cautions. 6. Vocabulary. Expo, a large public exhibition, often international, showcasing various industries and innovations. Inaugurate, to formally begin or launch an event or structure. Exhibit, a public display of items or information, often within a themed context. Phrases. Showcase innovations, to present and highlight new technologies or creative ideas. Scheduled through October, planned to take place continuously until the end of October. From around the world, involving participants or elements originating globally. Business. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Ownership, the state or fact of owning something. Acquisition, the process of gaining possession or control of a company or asset. Funding, money provided for a particular purpose, especially in business or investment. Phrases, in talks with, engaged in discussions or negotiations. Amid rising, during a period of increasing conditions or trends. Potential acquisition, a business deal that may result in one company buying another. 2. Vocabulary. Tighten, to make rules or controls stricter. Investment, the action or process of putting money into something to gain a profit. Regulations, official rules or laws that control how something should be done. Phrases. Plans to impose, intends to officially apply rules or actions. Following concerns, as a reaction to previous issues or warnings. In key sectors, in the most important or strategic parts of an economy or system. 3. Vocabulary. Proposes, suggests a plan or idea for consideration. Relief, financial aid or support intended to ease difficulty. Semiconductor, a material used in electronics to control electrical current, critical in tech manufacturing. Phrases. Considering a plan, thinking about implementing a proposed course of action, including delaying, involving the postponement of an event or regulation. Support businesses, provide help or resources to maintain or grow companies. 4. Vocabulary. Downturn, a decline in economic, business, or market conditions. Conservative, favoring traditional methods and avoiding excessive risks. Undervalued, judged to be worth less than its true or market value. Phrases. Capitalizing on, taking advantage of a situation for gain. Maintain strategy, continues to use a particular method or plan. Buying dips, purchasing stocks when prices temporarily fall, hoping they will rise again. 5. Vocabulary. Optimism, hopefulness, and confidence about the future. Wealth, a large amount of money or valuable possessions. Advancements, progress or developments, especially in technology or knowledge. Phrases. Encourages to focus, urges someone to pay attention to a particular issue. Highlights opportunities, emphasizes chances for improvement or success. Future prospects, expectations or forecasts for future outcomes. 6. Vocabulary. Revenue, income generated from normal business operations. Pivoting, changing direction or strategy, especially in business. Delivery, the act of transporting goods to a customer. Phrases. Increased by moving, growth resulting from a strategic change or shift. Introducing service, launching a new feature or offering to customers. Thrive online, perform successfully or grow through internet-based business. Entertainment. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Parody, a humorous or exaggerated imitation of something, especially in entertainment. Impersonation, the act of pretending to be someone else, often for entertainment. Cast, the group of actors performing in a show or production. Phrases. Aired a spoof, broadcasted a humorous or exaggerated imitation. Featured returning, included previous members or characters making a comeback. Themed on politics, based on or related to political topics. 2. Vocabulary. Actor, a person who performs in plays, movies, or television shows. Role, a part or character played by an actor. Death, the end of life, the passing of someone. Phrases. Known for performance, recognized because of a particular acting work. Has died, a formal way of saying someone has passed away. Cause not disclosed, the reason for something, for example death, has not been publicly shared. 3. Vocabulary. Trend, a general direction in which something is developing or changing. Audience, the group of people watching or listening to a performance. Disruption, an interruption or disturbance in a process or event. Etiquette, proper behavior or conduct, especially in social settings. Phrases. Disrupt screenings, to interrupt or interfere with the movie showing. raises concerns, causes people to worry or be cautious. Participation gone too far, involvement that exceeds appropriate or acceptable limits. 4. Vocabulary. Sequel, a continuation or follow-up to a previous story. Creator, a person who develops or originates content or concepts. Plans, proposed or intended actions for the future. Teases, hints at or suggests something without full disclosure. Phrases, reveals idea, discloses or presents a concept. Unproduced follow-up, a sequel or continuation that has not been made. Tentatively titled, given a temporary or provisional name. 5. Vocabulary. Podcast, a digital audio program available for streaming or download. Confusion, a state of being unclear or mistaken about something. Celebrity, a famous person, especially in entertainment or sports. Phrases, admits to mistake, acknowledges having made an error. During appearance, while being present on a show or event. Humorously explains, describes something in a funny or entertaining way. 6. Vocabulary. Law, a system of rules recognized by a community or country. Career, a long-term professional journey or occupation. Transition, a change from one state or condition to another. Pursues, actively works toward achieving or engaging in something. Phrases, reflects on past, thinks about previous experiences or events. Currently studying, is engaged in learning or education at the present time. Known for film, recognized due to a particular movie performance. Health. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Intake, the amount of something, such as food or drink, that is consumed. Dementia, a chronic or persistent disorder of the mental processes marked by memory disorders and personality changes. Injuries, harm or damage to the body or brain, often from accidents or adverse conditions. Phrases. Linked to health, connected or associated with physical or mental well-being, may increase risk, could raise the likelihood of a negative outcome. Associated with condition, related to a specific medical or health issue. 2. Vocabulary. Hearing, the ability to perceive sound. Misdiagnosed, incorrectly identified a disease or condition. Inquiry, an official investigation or process of asking for information. Phrases. Launched by official, initiated by person in authority. Led to issues, resulted in problems or complications. Between years refers to a time range over multiple years. 3. Vocabulary. Drug, a substance used for medical treatment, especially a medicine. Accessibility, the ease of obtaining or using something. Health benefits, positive effects on physical or mental well-being. Phrases. Shares experience, talks about one's personal involvement or outcomes. Advocates for access, publicly supports making something available to more people. Reports improvement, provides information showing progress or betterment. 4. Vocabulary. Spinal, related to the spine or backbone. Implants, medical devices placed inside the body. Authorities, government or official organizations responsible for certain actions. Phrases. Admits uncertainty, acknowledges a lack of sure knowledge. Calls for inquiry, demands or requests an official investigation. Involving children, including or affecting minors. 5. Vocabulary. Report, a written or spoken account giving information. Cognitive, related to thinking, understanding, learning, and remembering. Condition, the state of a person's health. Phrases. States that, officially declares or announces. Following examination, after a medical checkup or assessment, declared in good shape, announced as being in strong or healthy physical condition. 6. Vocabulary. Biohacking, the use of science and self-experimentation to improve health and performance. Therapy, a treatment intended to relieve or heal a disorder. Risks, the possibility of suffering harm or loss. Fads, trends or practices that are popular for a short time without proven value. Phrases. Warn against practices, advise people not to follow certain actions. May pose danger, could potentially be harmful. Advocate evidence-based. Support actions or treatments that are backed by scientific research. Sports. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Draft. A process in professional sports where teams select eligible players. Selection. The act of choosing someone or something. Standout. A person who is exceptionally good or prominent in a group. Phrases. Projected to be, expected or predicted to become something. Is anticipated as is looked forward to or expected in a specific role or status. In today's event, happening in the scheduled activity on the current day. 2. Vocabulary. Praises expresses approval or admiration. Adaptability, the ability to adjust to new conditions. Consistency, the quality of always behaving or performing in a similar way. Phrases. Commends performance, praises how someone has acted or performed. Urges improvement, strongly encourages someone to get better. Since joining a team, from the time someone became a team member. 3. Vocabulary. Retirement, the act of leaving one's job or career permanently. Defenseman, a player position in sports like hockey who focuses on defense. Career, a profession or long-term occupation. Phrases. Announces end, officially declares the conclusion of something. After seasons played, following the completion of multiple competitive sports seasons. Concludes with team, ends a professional relationship with a specific organization. 4. Vocabulary. Sidelined, temporarily removed from participation due to injury or other reasons. Injury, physical harm or damage. Indefinitely, for an unknown or unstated length of time. Phrases. Ruled out, decided that someone cannot participate. Sustained during game, received or experienced while a match was ongoing. Remains unavailable, continues to be not ready or able to play. 5. Vocabulary. Absence, the state of being not present. Hamstring, a group of muscles at the back of the thigh, often subject to injury. Crucial, extremely important or necessary. Phrases. May mismatch, might be unable to participate in a game. Due to condition, because of a specific physical state. After sustaining injury, following the experience of harm or damage. 6. Vocabulary. Investigation, a formal inquiry or examination into an issue. Betting, the act of placing money on the outcome of an event. Allegations, claims or accusations that something is true, usually without proof. Phrases. Under scrutiny, being carefully examined or watched. Are named in report, are identified in a formal document. Involved in activity, took part in a particular event or behavior. Climate. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Warmest, having the highest temperature compared to others. Record, a documented measurement or achievement, typically the highest or lowest of its kind. Temperatures, the degree of heat present in a substance or environment. Phrases. Confirmed as officially verified or stated to be something. Exceeding levels, going beyond a particular threshold or measurement, a tripod. Highlights urgency, emphasizes the need for immediate attention or action. 2. Vocabulary. Funding, money provided for a specific purpose. Climate program, an organized effort or initiative to address or study climate change. Coordination, the organization of different elements to work together effectively. Phrases, end support terminates financial or structural backing. Jeopardizing efforts, putting ongoing initiatives at risk. Hindering research, obstructing or slowing down scientific investigation. 3. Vocabulary, heat, high temperature or warmth, especially when excessive. Attribution, the process of establishing a cause for something. Risks, the possibility of loss, harm, or adverse outcomes. Phrases, added days, extra occurrences or instances over a period. Contributed to, help to cause or bring about. Exacerbating effects, making the negative consequences worse. 4. Vocabulary, preparedness, the state of being ready for a particular situation. Infrastructure, the fundamental systems and facilities serving a country or city. Resilience, the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Phrases, urge to act, strongly advised to take action. Recommends register, suggests creating a formal record or log. Enhance systems, improve or upgrade existing structures or processes. 5. Vocabulary, inaction, lack of action or response. Economy, the system of production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services. Impacts, the strong effects or influences something has. Phrases, faces cost, is expected to endure financial consequences. Delaying transition, postponing the move from one system to another, often referring to energy. Due to events as a result of specific occurrences. 6. Vocabulary, smuggling, the illegal transportation of goods or substances. Hydrofluorocarbons, man-made compounds used as refrigerants that contribute to climate change. Conviction, a formal declaration that someone is guilty of a crime. Phrases, prosecuted for, taken to court for a legal offense. Marks first, represents the initial case or event. Under administration, occurring during the time a particular government is in office. Technology. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary, autonomous, capable of operating independently without human control. Maserati, a luxury Italian automotive brand. Advancements, progress or improvements in a particular area. Phrases, reached speed, achieved a certain velocity or pace. Showcases tech, demonstrates technological capabilities. At Space Center, located or occurring at a space research facility. 2. Vocabulary, robotaxi, a self-driving vehicle used as a taxi. Fleet, a group of vehicles operating under the same ownership. Self-driving, capable of navigating and operating without human input. Phrases, announce plans, publicly revealed future intentions. By year, expected to occur within a specified year. Compete in market, participate in commercial competition. 3. Vocabulary, camera, a device used to capture images or video. Impaired, weakened or damaged, especially in context of abilities. Safety, the condition of being protected from harm. Phrases, developed system, created a structured method or tool. Being trialed, undergoing testing in real-world conditions. Detects behaviors, identifies certain actions or patterns. 4. Vocabulary, aquatic, related to water environments. Lynxite, the name of an AI surveillance technology. Distress, a state of danger or need for assistance. Phrases, implemented tech, put a piece of technology into use. Monitors swimmers, watches people in the water for safety. Alert staff, sends notifications to responsible personnel. 5. Vocabulary, robot dog, a robotic machine designed to mimic the appearance and movement of a dog. Soil, the top layer of earth used for agriculture. Chemicals, substances used in or produced by a chemical process. Phrases, capable of climbing, able to ascend slopes or heights. Developed by team, created by a group of researchers or engineers. Aiding and monitoring, helping in the process of observing or tracking something. 6. Vocabulary. Camouflage, a method of concealing something by blending in with the environment. Molecular, related to molecules, the smallest units of chemical compounds. Invisibility, the state of being unseen or undetectable. Phrases. Unveiled material, publicly revealed a new substance or invention. Blends into, merges with the surroundings. Moves closer to, approaches or advances toward a goal. Travel. Now let's learn the related vocabulary and useful phrases. 1. Vocabulary. Cruise, a voyage on a ship taken for pleasure or as a lifestyle. Residential, designed for people to live in. Ports, places along the coast where ships dock. Phrases. Embarks on journey, begins a significant travel experience. Paying monthly, making regular monthly payments. Enjoy amenities, use and benefit from provided comforts or services. 2. Vocabulary. Suites, luxurious or upgraded accommodation, typically on planes or in hotels. Honeymoon, a romantic vacation taken by newlyweds, often used metaphorically. Aircraft, any machine capable of flight, especially airplanes. Phrases. Unveils features, publicly reveals new elements or designs. Will debut on, will first appear or launch on a specific date or vehicle. Starting in year, beginning at a particular calendar year. 3. Vocabulary. Flooding, an overflow of water that submerges land. Travel warning, an official notice advising caution or avoidance of a location. Services, facilities or public utilities that may be affected or interrupted. Phrases. Issues alert, sends out an official warning. Affects tourism, impacts travel and the hospitality industry. Submerged areas, regions covered with floodwater. 4. Vocabulary. Route, a specific path or direction taken to travel. Direct flight, a flight that travels from origin to destination without stops. Travelers, people who are making a journey. Phrases. Announces schedule, makes the timetable or service plan public. Operates weekly, runs or is available once a week. Catering to visitors, providing services tailored to tourists or guests. 5. Vocabulary. Solo travel, traveling alone without companions. Pass, a ticket that allows access to travel over a period of time. Experience, an event or activity involving personal participation and learning. Phrases. Explores cities, visits and discovers urban areas. Using ticket, traveling with an authorized pass or ticket. Highlights journey, emphasizes the notable aspects of the trip. 6. Vocabulary. Dark tourism, travel to sites historically associated with death or tragedy. Conflict zone, an area affected by warfare or political unrest. Safety, the condition of being protected from danger or risk. Phrases. Increasing trend, a growing pattern or behavior. Despite warnings, continuing action regardless of cautions or alerts. Driven by interest, motivated by curiosity or a desire to learn. That's it for today's lesson. We explored many topics and learned important vocabulary and useful phrases. Remember, the more you connect English to what's happening around you, the easier it becomes to understand and use it in daily life. Okay, thanks for watching today's lesson on English Fab. I hope you found these English tips useful and feel more confident. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more Fab English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and stay Fab.